praise God. Welcome to another episode of Wellness with Shii. My name is Eva 10 Jason, and today's topic is all about apology, how to apologize, how to effectively apologize. Because whether we like it or not, as long as we are here on earth, you will hurt someone, you will offend a person, and we need to know how to best apologize, or how to effectively apologize. How to effectively apologize, and what an apology entails, or what should be in an apology, or what an apology should show the other person, the person that you're apologizing to. And it has two things. One, apology should show remorse over your actions, that you're remorseful. It needs to show that first, and then it needs to show that you acknowledge the hurt you caused another person. So one, it should show remorse for your action. So it is not just enough to say you're sorry. So the other person needs to feel or to see that you're remorseful over your action, and it needs to show that you've acknowledged the hurt, you've acknowledged the action, you've acknowledged what you did that caused the other person to pick an offense. And why I say this is that a lot of people will just like, maybe if you just use Swahili, sorry basi, sorry me sorry, but you can feel it in their tone, you can see it in their body language. They don't mean it. Their tone tells you that they're just apologizing just for the sake of it, but it is not coming from their heart. It's not sincere. So the actual word we need to use is that an apology needs to be sincere. An apology needs to be sincere. So if you take a route that you're going to apologize to a person, you're going to apologize to a spouse, you're going to apologize to whoever is, maybe clients, because an apology can be in any setup. You offended a client, you gave a promise that you were not able to live up to, or maybe your company did something, and maybe you're in the PR department, or the marketing department, and then you're the person that is set out to do the apology, official apology for the company, or whatever it is. Maybe it's a ministry. So one of the things is that your apology needs to be sincere. It needs to be felt that it is sincere by the recipients. So one, it means, one, it shows remorse, and two, it acknowledges the fact that you had the other person, or what your actions did. So you're taking responsibility of the actions. So that is one of the things that we need to note as we are kicking off on this topic on what is an apology and how to effectively apologize. And this just to show whether we like it or not, as long as we're here on earth. And I know I love saying this, but it's the truth. As long as we're here on earth, you will offend a person, and you will be offended, maybe from our previous topics, but here today, talking about that it is now you, it is now me that has offended a person. So what need I do? And this is just acknowledging that I'm not perfect. Yes, I allowed the ball to drop. Yes, I did ABCD. Yes, I left my shoe there. Yes, I'm the one that did ABCD, but I didn't mean to. Acknowledge. So I'm sorry, I did ABCD, and such. And so, and again, it's because we just want to show the other person, or allow the other person to see that we honestly did not mean to hurt them. Our action was not premeditated with the intent of hurting them, with the intent of offending them. It just happened that we did what we did, and out of our action we hurt them, and we are sincerely sorry for what we did. So that is very important. That is very important. That is very important. And an honest apology also means that you take responsibility. And it is very important, because once say a person apologizes to you, and you can see that they are sincere, it means that you can trust this person. You can it sort of adds value to you as a person. It sort of adds your personal value, because now people know that when this person does ABCD, even if they when they realize that they were wrong, they are honest enough, they are humble enough to come out and acknowledge they are wrong. And I know, maybe I'm just trying to think of situations that I've found myself in, or I've been in. Maybe one with people who are not able to apologize, or people who cannot acknowledge when they are wrong. and how it made me feel. And my one of the examples I remember is when I was in high school. We had I had one of these friends, and she had a hard time ever apologizing. So she's the kind of person, maybe she would step on you. She would pass in, and then she steps on you. When she steps on you, she would easily maybe tell you, when ulikuwa umeweka mguu yako hapo. So she does not acknowledge that she did wrong. She will want to turn the tables on you. So it is you who caused me to do that to you. So these are people who don't know how to apologize. There are people who will just say, sorry, lakini si ndio ulikuwa umeweka mguu hapo. But that, so we need to always not want to come from that as perspective. So like I was saying about this friend that never liked apologizing when we were in high school. And we find in life a lot of people are like this. So the minute they do you wrong, they will want to turn the tables and make you feel you who they've offended, you did something to justify the action that they did. And so they don't owe you an apology. But that is very wrong. When we are living, or rather when we are here on the face of the earth, we need to learn to apologize to people. And at times it will be for the small things. So someone sent you something and you forgot. Be honest enough to say that, oh, I'm so sorry, you told me to do this, I had a lot on my mind and I forgot to do what you had sent me, and I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Say an event is cancelled and people had planned to attend that event. Instead of just keeping quiet and just saying that they will come and bounce and all that, be proactive in that. Don't allow people to waste their time maybe coming to your place and you won't be there. Be the person that goes and says, no, I'm sorry, we had set this date for this and this and this and that, but some events have arisen and I will not be able to be there, so I'm very sorry for any inconvenience caused by this. Can we reschedule? Say you made a promise that you're not able to live up to. Can you be the kind of person that quickly just says, I am sorry, I had promised to do this, but this and this has happened and I'm not able to fulfill my end of the promise. I'm not able to. But the minute I get time, or the minute I get the resources, the minute I get ABCD, I will pay back for what I had promised. I will do what I had promised to do, and be a person that can be who is accountable. So when you give your word, can your word be taken to the bank? Can people trust? Are you trustworthy? And this is why the importance of apology, it brings you to a point where people can trust you. People can trust you. That is how serious an apology is, how serious apologizing is. It means that people can trust you. That one, you don't think too highly of yourself, and two, you value people. That way people now can trust you with their emotions. They can trust you as a person. And this is important for parents to learn to apologize to their children. It is important for children to learn to apologize to their parents. It is important for people that are in leadership to learn to apologize to the people that they lead. Because it is also very common that people who are in leadership, at times there are some that feel they are too big to apologize to their subordinates, whereas it is important for everyone to learn to apologize, because we are not perfect. Don't allow the office that you hold to be a cover-up for you doing people wrong. Don't allow your status in life to be the reason that you do people wrong or you mishandle people. And if you happen to be in an event where you did something wrong, and at times it is not intentional, let's acknowledge that it is not intentional. Be a person that is quick to say, I am sorry. You could be the governor, you could be the president, you could be the lead pastor, you could be the bishop, you could be the CEO of a company. Whatever position you hold, be quick to apologize to people. And particularly when you've given your word on something, when you've given a promise and you're not able to live up to that promise, be quick to apologize, be quick to communicate, and also give a counter plan of how you're going to fulfill what you say. If it's a promise, if it's a cause of action that you're supposed to do, or as a company, or something that you have promised to give to people, give a counter promise and say, maybe it's a CEO, you had promised people that at the end of the year you'll give them a bonus, but then the company did not do so well in that financial year. Don't assume that they know but be the kind of leader that will come out and say, yes, at the beginning of the year I had promised you ABCD, but our finances have been this and this and that and that and that and that, but I promise you, when things get to this level, I will do this, so you can hold me accountable to what I promise. Be in a church environment, when you give a promise, when you say you're in a team and you've done a plan that you're going to be meeting on a particular day, and you're not able to be there on that particular day, don't just leave it like that, and where you don't attend the meeting and you don't let people know where you are or what happened to you. But be the kind of a person that sends your apology in advance and just say, we had scheduled this particular meeting, but something came up that I cannot miss, that requires my attention, so I apologize for not be able to be there, but please, what is discussed in the meeting, let me know, and such forth. It means people can trust you and you're dependable. It actually brings it an element of dependability, or trustworthiness and dependability. You can be counted on. That is one of the importance of learning to apologize effectively. And also, and I'm just throwing in all these scenarios of where apologies are required, but maybe the subject of our topic today was when you have hurt a person and you are now required to apologize. And we say, so there are 4 R's that your apology must show. So there must be remorse, there must be repentance, it must show regret, and it must show regret and realness. It must show regret and realness. So when you're apologizing, the person that you're apologizing to, they can feel this in your apology. Yes, you have. Yes, I when I've had a person, one, it must show I'm remorseful, I'm repentant, I regret what I did, and my apology is real. My apology is real. My apology is real. Also, a sincere apology must mean that I've taken a different course of action. So the minute I've repented, so I've repented, or I will use the word repent. The minute I've apologized or repented of something that I've done, I must now show that I have done a turn. So I was walking like this and apologized, so I must show that my apology is a 360 turn, which means that I honestly didn't mean it. And as because I've apologized for it, we will not handle this again. I will ensure with everything within me, I live up to what I say. So that is very key. That is very key in apologies, or when you're apologizing. Let the other person sincerely feel, sincerely pick from your nonverbal communication, or and the words and the tone, everything that you're bringing forth. Let it sincerely show that you have turned from what you're saying. Yes, you did something, you wronged a person, and I may not want to use this example, but let's say you're unfaithful and such, and you apologize, you're apologizing to your spouse, or you're apologizing to whoever you're apologizing to. Let them sincerely feel that you will do everything in your power never to repeat what just happened. That is very important. So well, there are consequences for not apologizing, and one of them is very very obvious. If you're not a person that apologizes, or knows how, or likes apologizing, you really, it means that you have a lot of broken relationships, because people don't like, actually people don't like people who don't apologize. If you'll allow me to use to say it that way. Like the example I told you about my friend in high school who never liked apologizing. And the example that I gave, maybe she would step on your foot, and instead of apologizing, she will make you feel that it was your fault that she stepped on you. Yet she stepped on you. The thing is that she stepped on you and she hurt you. So instead of automatically just saying I'm so sorry, you just say, once you tell her, oh, you've stepped on me, so then she would make you feel you're the one that has actually offended her. It is not her that has offended you. So we need to be yes, that's one of the consequences of not apologizing, is that you lose respect. People don't respect you. People will not trust you. People will not want to be associated with you. People will not want to be around you, because you're generally not a good person. You're generally not good. So we need to even as maybe for parents, as you're raising your children, from a young age, you need to train them how to say, I am sorry, I am sorry. Just those simple words, I am sorry. They are words that are able to deflate the hugest of conflicts, and to just bring it down when a person just says, I am so sorry, I am so sorry. So we need to train our children to say sorry. We need to train ourselves to say we are sorry. That is one, we can have better relationships. We can have healthier interactions. Yes, talk about in a country, in a society, in a family, in a church setup, in a relationship, even with a relationship with our clients. Maybe when you gave your word and you're not able to live up to it, instead of just leaving it to chance. When you leave it to chance, okay, the thing I should say is that when you don't apologize, say to a client, and you've not lived up to what you had promised, it gives you a bad name. And in this age of social media, people can really talk about you on social media, and it will cost you more. You would lose more, unlike when you would have apologized for maybe not meeting a deadline, that you'd given a promise that I will deliver this on this particular date, and you're not able to deliver. So when you apologize, and when you apologize beforehand, you save yourself. Unlike the person who does not apologize, and then maybe the client, being whoever they are, they go to social media and say, this person is not dependable, this company is not reliable, don't trust them with your business, don't trust them with your money. So it spoils your name. So, and a bad name is very hard to recover, particularly in this age of social media. So you want to safeguard your name, you want to safeguard your brand. So be a person or a company that is quick to apologize, to just save your image out there and the kind of brand that you are. So that is why we need to be people that learn how to effectively apologize. The other one is that when you're not a person that is able to apologize, you sort of diminish, you lower your value and your effectiveness around people. Because the minute you are around people, because they know the kind of person you are, one, they will not take you seriously. They will just, this one, I don't want to deal with this person. And it means that you cannot do much in life, where human beings are relational beings. We are relational. You can't live by yourself. You're constantly having to deal with people. You're interacting with people. So then if you're interacting with people and you don't know how to apologize, you don't know how to say I am sorry, it means then you cannot have healthy relationships. So which then affects every area of your life. So which means that you will not be able to live a good life, or a holistic life, or an effective life, and people will definitely not want to work with you. You've seen that colleague in the workplace, and the minute maybe you're given assignments, and you're told that you will work with person A, and you're like, no, I don't want to work with that person. And it's simple as some of these small things, because that person does not, if they offend you, or they will just use bad words, and they don't know how to handle people, they don't know how to apologize, and they are very hard people to be around. They are very hard people to deal with. So the other thing that we need to need, for some people find it very hard to apologize. And one is because a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that they were wrong. Say I had promised to do something, and I'm not able to. And because I maybe want to quickly think, if I acknowledge to this person that that maybe I miscalculated time, on the time frame that maybe I would have delivered, it will mean that they don't trust me, or maybe if I apologize, I will look bad, I will look stupid, all these things that you may want to associate with apology. Some people may want to take it that way, but the reverse is true. When you apologize, as much as it brings you to a vulnerable place, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not actually vulnerable. Apologizing actually makes you stronger. From the conversation I've been trying to bring, apologizing actually makes you stronger. It does not leave you just vulnerable. Yes, you open yourself, because yes, you may apologize, and some people may not take your apology positively. They may use it against you. But the fact that you come out there and apologize, it is the best thing you can do in line with communication, proper communication. It is the best thing you can ever do. And later on, that person almost always comes to realize that actually that person did the right thing. If they were to repeat the story to another person, oh, Eva did this to me, but then later on she came and apologized for it, but that other person will say, no, actually, just look at it, she's a very good person, because she apologized, she acknowledged what she had done, and came forward and apologized for it. So we need to learn to apologize. Don't think that apologizing makes you look bad, or makes you it allows you to be vulnerable, or it opens you up to rebuke or ridicule. Don't take it that way, but always take it on the positive, that when I apologize, I create a better place for myself. I make myself a better person. And that is what we all need to endeavor to be: better people, better human beings as we interact with people. So don't shy from apologizing, even as you have that fear that my apology may not be taken, or this person may not think I'm genuine. But generally, just apologize. Just say I'm sorry. Just say I am sorry. And even as we continue on, just just and maybe at times, maybe I want to say, at times you may have really hurt a person, and it takes you time to recognize what you did, to realize what you did. So a lot of damage has been done in the time frame before you realized what you had done, to come to seek for that person and apologize. uh, so for us who are Christians, I would always want to advise, uh, first, approach it prayerfully. Approach it prayerfully. I go before God in prayer, ask the Holy Spirit of God to one, ask for forgiveness for what you did, for your action. Then ask the Spirit of God to help the person that you offended to have the heart to forgive you. So that way, when you approach them, they will have an open heart to receive what you're given. And then again, also make peace with it, because at times you would go to apologize to a person who is not ready to hear your apology, because of where they might be, the state that they might be in emotionally. So that is not your responsibility. Now, how the other person takes it is not your responsibility. So just allow the Lord to help you. One, to forgive yourself for what you did. Two, to apologize, and even as a praying for favor with the person that you're apologizing to, that they would receive your apology. And three, to also find peace if that person does not receive your apology, because that can happen as well. Let's be realistic. There are people that you would apologize to, and they're not ready to hear you apologize. They never want to see you. They never want to be associated with your company. And all you need to do is that just acknowledge, okay, yes, I was sincere with my apology. I repented of what I had done. I was honest with my apology. It came from the depth of my heart, which means it was sincere. But this person was not ready to hear my apology. So Lord, I did it honestly, but they are not ready to hear my apology. So I let it go and make peace with the situation as it is, and pray in the future that that person will find it in their heart to forgive me. So that's also another thing that at times, as you're apologizing, it's always good to ask a person to just find it in their heart to forgive you for what you did, even as you allow them to make the decision, because it again lies with them to make the decision whether they will forgive you or not. And just make peace with it, and don't allow yourself to just remain rehashing what you did, or because again that can lead to all the other things that we're talking about. It can bring to all the other fears or that would come in with that feeling of rejection. Because again, when your apology is rejected, well, it can bring in all those other negative emotions. But you want to ensure that you remain at a state where you're healthy, and you're calm, and you're at peace within yourself. That I apologized for this, I was sincere about it, and how it goes, how the other person takes it, is honestly up to them. So but all in all, remember, your apology must show remorse, it must show responsibility of your remorse, and it must also show that you've made steps to amend what you did. So that is if it's an action that you did that was wrong, where you promised, I will never do it again. But you can also now state, so that I never do that again. As a company, maybe it's a company that you did something, you said we put in measures to ensure that no other client goes through what you went through. And we've also maybe will compensate you for what happened, or will give you a discount in your next purchase, and such things. And then again, all this again is about your tone, the kind of tone you use when you're apologizing. And this is also when it comes to written, to even to a written apology. Because there's instances where, if it's a company, most of the time, or if it's an organization, these would have to be, it can be maybe a press release, or which most of the time is written. So as much as even if it's written, it must also communicate all these things that I'm saying. It must show remorse, it must show your next course of action from what you did that caused people to be hurt. It must show that you've repented from it, and it means that you will not I almost want to say you will not do that again. It must also show regret, that we honestly regret what happened. We honestly regret what happened, and we will do everything in our power. Now that is what we're talking about, the next course of action, to show that we put in measures A, B, C, D, A to C to D, like that, to ensure that this never happens again in the lifetime of our company. So those are just some of the basic things that we need to look at, or that I wanted us to look at when it comes to apology and how to effectively apologize. So I hope in all these things that I've said in here, you've picked up one or two things that will help you to be a better person, to be a better spouse, to be a better friend, to be a better CEO, to be a better leader in that group that you're in, where you don't think you're too big to apologize, or you don't think you're too low to apologize, or you don't have a negative attitude towards apologizing or apologies, but you embrace, when you do something wrong, you embrace the fact that you need to apologize, and you take responsibility of your actions, and you show remorse and regret of the actions that you did. And that will help us to be better people and to better interact with each other. That is all we had for you for today. God bless you, and see you next time in our next episode of Wellness with Shii. Thank you, and remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.